Vishokava Jyotishmati. Stability of the mind can also be produced by perception that is beyond all sorrow, meaning blissfulness, and is radiant or shining. So this sutra may appear to be somewhat abstract and lead people to speculate upon its meaning. To really understand it, we need to remember the characteristics of what we call the three gunas, triguna, the three modes of material nature, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Rajas and tamaguna give rise to pain, suffering, and further ignorance. Sattva, on the other hand, is luminous and blissful by nature. So in this regard, there is a couple of verses in the Bhagavad Gita. O chief of the Bharatas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrollable desire and hankering develop. When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion are manifest. And then within the 16th shloka, in that same 14th chapter, it states that action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness. So one important focus of yoga practice or a yoga lifestyle is to become more situated in the mode of goodness or sattva guna. In sattva guna, the mind is purified. The mind and intelligence can remain absorbed then in transcendental contemplation and appear like a waveless ocean, placid and limitless. So that description is given by Vyasa and is actually found in many parts of the Vedas, the mind being like a waveless ocean, placid and limitless. So Vyasa says, by the reflective meditation upon the self in its pure form within the core of the heart, there arises the pure knowledge of I am, this experience of my actual existence separate from the body and the mind. This higher perception, he says, is called Vishoka Jyotishmati, that brilliantly shining light, devoid of sorrow. So in hearing that explanation, probably most people that are not schooled in Vedic and traditional yogic thought probably wouldn't have reached the same conclusion about the meaning of it unlike Vyasa in his explanation. So an important point is that this, what is being spoken of, is not a perception, meaning of that which is perceivable. It's material objects and things that are perceived by the senses, but rather this is an experience of the existence of the actual self. So in this early stage of awakening, and this is still a very early stage of self-realization, of enlightenment, In this early stage of true self-realization, the perception that I am spiritual by nature is of supreme importance. And I'll again use the Bhagavad Gita as a reference source to confirm this. We have this most wonderful verse in the 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga, in the 20th shloka, where it states, in the stage of perfection called trance or samadhi, one's mind is completely restrained from material mental activities by the practice of yoga. This perfection is characterized by one's ability to see the self by the pure mind and to relish and to rejoice in the self. So this is a more probably detailed and very pointed explanation of this experience that's been pointed to by Patanjali. And once again, the reference to samadhi and even the English translated word here, trance, we're not talking about a mental state, because actual samadhi, actual self-realization, means to become free from the influence of the mind. It is an experience of the actual eternal and pure living being, not an experience of the mind. So these are different things, and I think that point is really important for anybody that is very interested in this journey to come to appreciate and understand. If we do not come to this understanding, then we will be constantly simply trying to arrange the mind or produce effects or experiences within the mind and considering those to be transcendental when they are not transcendental at all. And that point we of course referenced many times in the explanations or our commentary related to some of the previous sutras. Thank you very much.